you guys like to know what we're doing here?
I know. I'm vegan.
Oh, you're a vegan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. How long have you been vegan for? Sorry?
I'm from Colombia. And
Colombia?
We do
Oh, cool.
this kind of stuff there.
Oh, you do activism there?
Yes,
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
do.
Are you vegan too?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not. What's holding you back?
I mean,
Sometimes.
he tries.
Well, what's holding you back though? Like, is there something that you still like to eat, or let's start with how about we start with the stuff that you're definitely both against, right? Like, do you think it's bad to, like, if there's a raccoon, to kill them and like turn them into a hat? That's probably bad, right?
It is.
Like, yeah, you wouldn't do that, right? Oh, he's thinking about it. Yeah, so is it just the food then? Like, is there certain foods that you still eat that aren't vegan? Like, what do you think that you would miss if you went vegan? Nothing? So why not do it then? Today could be your vegan declaration day. You could say, today is the day that I'm choosing that I'm not going to hurt animals if I have a choice not to anymore.
Yeah. I'm turning vegan.
That's awesome. So you've also been a witness at slaughterhouse, or vigils and things like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, good to hear. Well, thank you for stopping, and
Thank you for doing this.
yeah, keep up the great work, and
Yeah.
hope you go vegan really soon.
Thank you so
Yep.
much.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, how's it going? What do you think of that? Hard to see, right? You think if they showed us on TV, that the demand for these things might change? Yeah. How do you think it is that we've gotten to a point as humans where we don't even blink when we buy animal products? Like, where that's just become so natural to us, like so normalized. Yeah, I agree. Have you ever thought about going vegan and just... Sorry.
No, you're okay.
So yeah, have you ever thought about going vegan and just leaving all that behind, like animal testing and all the other, like meat and all the other stuff that just like, it's basically just the doctrine that man should live without exploiting animals, you know? Do you think it sounds reasonable and rational? Yeah. What's holding you back, if anything? Or are you ready to declare it? Or
No.
still figuring out the steps?
Still figuring it out.
Yeah. Well, let me help you if I can. What are the kind of missing ingredients, so to speak?
Honestly, just figuring out how to properly prepare meals.
Yeah. One way that I like to think of it is just try to get as many different plant foods in as you can. So if you think about like a number to shoot for, like 30 different plant foods, like you don't have to count obviously, but just like to try to get as big of a variety of fruits, veggies, beans, grains, nuts and seeds as you possibly can. Focusing on whole plant foods as much as possible. Have you seen any documentaries about veganism by any chance? Like,
Yeah, I've watched a few of them. Well, not me personally, but my girlfriend has. She's a vegan.
who is?
My girlfriend.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's how you make yourself a keeper. If you're with a vegan, if you go vegan too, then you're set, you know? if that's what you're wanting to do. Do you have Netflix by any chance?
Yeah, I do.
So I'd recommend watching Cowspiracy. It's a really good one. And then What the Health also. Those are two kind of really eye-opening documentaries. They're both by the same person, Kip Anderson, and they get into the whole machine behind the health recommendations that people get, as well as all the environmental destruction that's happening on a worse level. Obviously, we'd still have some environmental destruction even on a fully plant-based system, but nevertheless, like an animal-based food system only amplifies those problems. So appreciate you stopping by.
Hey, of course, have a good
Yeah, you too. Hey there. Would you like to know what we're doing here? It's pretty self-explanatory, right? But yeah, have you ever seen, so these are standard practices from animal agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen any footage like this before?
I've not.
Okay. So I can imagine it's pretty, I guess, what are your thoughts as you're seeing this footage? Like animals getting, that's the sperm collection and then the forcible impregnation into the female cow or pig.
Gross for sure.
It's gross, yeah. Do you know there are actually exemptions in bestiality laws for these industries to be able to do what they do legally?
Really? What are those exemptions?
Basically, if it's in the production of food, then such acts on animals aren't considered bestiality that's punishable by law.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So what is the, obviously awareness, but what's the movement? You know, how are we gonna stop that?
Through awareness. I mean, that's really all it is. Like, you know, obviously there are going to be some people who aren't ready to stop no matter what they see and what they hear. But this is pretty much like we're taking the most precious thing from these animals that they have, right? It's their lives. And that's not an emotional argument. It's just a simple fact that they're commodities to people, right? They're commodified. And whether or not they're actually being eaten in the form of flesh by somebody, even if it's just like a dairy product or eggs, it's something that's being stolen from another sovereign being, like an autonomous being. So my idea, at least, is to recognize the personhood of other animals and to just treat them in a way that we would want to be treated ourselves. Like if you want to see whether or not something's humane, it's been said before that all you have to do is just contemplate whether or not you would want that done to yourself. And if you wouldn't, then basically don't participate in actions or don't try to justify doing that to another being.
Okay. Well,
does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, of course. Well,
yeah.
I'm going to head that way, but thanks for doing what y'all do.
I'd encourage you to look up Dominion. That's where all this footage is from.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.